position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Ramirez. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
He's got it on the right, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference, of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Snap it to the back. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He's got him. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. This quarterback part of their running game. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11 on 11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. And even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Ohio State.
First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Ohio State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. Leaves it with the back. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. That's caught. It's Jocelyn. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Taking it the other way.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback.
Breaks into the open on the left. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Let's go. Might be changing the route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Gators are in the hurry-up. With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Using his feet, he bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits.
He's going for the goal line, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Florida! The extra point here would tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Sam Houston has the lead right now. Huntsville has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Ramirez. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on second down. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Give him 6. Touchdown. Buckeyes.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Joslin. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picks up the first down, mark it at the 14 as they try to put up points before halftime.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll take it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Joslin. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
So now it's second and long. Offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Moving out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off for the third time today. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Now adjusting. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jocelyn. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak, and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it, because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Quarterback making checks. Looking for a deep man. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
Wants to throw again. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away, because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Catch in the middle. It's Parker. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. The Gators want to move quickly. He'll pull it on the read. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic, and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Sam Houston is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. On the ground, it's Ramirez. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Wants to fire on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. There he goes.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Timeout called here by the defense. Their first of the half. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Great place to start for this offense. Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Looking for a crease. It's Marshall. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.